Well, having fun has consequences sometimes. So, I don't really pay attention to how the car looks for the most part, but my cousin invited me to a car show, and I was like, I'm not going to enter it, but I might as well clean it up. Spent like 4 hours cleaning and polished, buffed a little bit, clean the engine bay up a little bit. Yes, dear. Yeah. So wash the car up. Then this morning. Yeah, you're fast.
Yeah.
Show me.
Mom.
Show me. You okay? Daddy went fast too. He had problems. Come on. Yeah. Decided for the first time in a long time, clean it up. Went out this morning to fill it up. Had a blast on the way back. Maybe a little bit too much fun. I got it back, parked it out front, let it idle. Came outside, heard it hissing. Ran out, sure enough, cloud of antifreeze. So, shut it off. It kept steaming for a long time. It was running fine there, running fine back. When it sat there and idled, everything was okay with it idling. Fans were on, but like I said, I was driving it, so fans were on like they're supposed to be. So, let it cool down for a second. Pulled it in here. Just ended up taking the IDI to the car show. Wasn't a whole lot of cars there, but here's a couple clips of the IDI. And I took the 86 too. So the wife drove her 86. I drove the IDI. Kids had a blast. I took a picture of a couple cars there. There wasn't a bunch, but it was a good time. So enjoy those for a second. To a car show about an hour away, and the foxbody water pump stopped working, so we'll have to address that later. We figured, why not take the truck that just got a fresh turbo rebuild and a couple things thrown on it for 2.5 hours of driving. What do you think, boys? Gonna make it? All right, I love it. Confidence. All right. That was my day. It was a good day. Got back, decided to walk out here, figure out what's going on. Checked out the electric water pump. That turned on fine. Started the car up. Let it idle. I noticed that before the thermostat even opened up, water was just starting to rise. So it was getting pressure in the system. I didn't know if it was an air bubble or what. So I kind of just let it sit, let it idle, and then I decided to take a quick video to show you guys how I knew that I'm going to say a head gasket went. I'm not going to say the alternative, which is something cracked. So we won't go there. So if you have a regular mechanical water pump, as you give it throttle, it'll throw more water through because it runs off RPM. This electric water pump, constant. So while you're sitting idle, it's running full. While you're driving, it's running full. So it shouldn't change. Every time I would flip the throttle, it was throwing gases from there into the coolant system, and it was throwing water out. So I'm going to say I lifted a head, blew a head gasket, something. It does have ARP studs. These are some old heads. Now, these heads have been with me from before I was into cars. When I originally got this car, it was a car and it ran, but everything was hand tight. And when I say it ran, it's a very loose term. You fire it up and it revved to the sky because intake manifold bolts were hand tight. That's 100% what happened. So I had these heads from back then. I overheated the car back when it was a 302, had them milled down. And then they've just been from basically motor to motor. They're Edelbrock Performer heads, RPM heads. They're not AFR heads, which is, up there nowadays. So I'm going to get something that flows a little better. We might as well, right? We're going to pull them off anyway. I don't know if they're warped. I don't know if they're the reason why the head gasket went. I'd hate to put it all back together again, and it'd be because of those heads. They are old. They've been taken off and put back on a million times. They've been hot a bunch. Give me a second. Yes, dear. Okay. Daddy duty calls above everything else. So we're gonna grab some AFR enforcer heads. I don't need anything crazy. They're not gonna be CNC'd. They're gonna be just probably 195 enforcer heads, way above and beyond what I already have. And the car already makes more power than the T5 and the C clips in the rear, and basically everything else behind it can deal with. So we'll throw some new good heads on there, make sure they're checked, and then we'll record the whole thing. It shouldn't take long. I'm going to order the parts. Just new gaskets and the heads. They're going to be painful, but when you got to do it, right? So we'll order everything, take everything off, then we'll get it running again. It's always something. It's just a head gasket. If it was... Hi, baby. Is that empty? Is that old? Yeah, I'll give you new, okay? I love you. I don't know. Love you. So, it's an update. It is what it is. We'll make a video out of it. We'll have fun. Maybe some people will learn how to tear some things down. Now, it's not going to be the same as tearing down an all original everything. This is going to be 6 hours, most likely. We're going to take the intake off. There's nothing in the front to come off. Everything's going to be easy to get to. We'll probably clean up the on-3 hot side, spray that down again, paint it with some either ceramic or high temp. Yes, baby. Huh? With me? What do you want to do with me? Can you give me 1 minute? Okay. Alright, so that's a video coming. Hopefully you stay by to watch it.